Starting seated at the back of your mat, let's begin with some nice deep breaths. Inhale, arms rise up to the sky. Exhale, hands fall into prayer position, down towards your heart. Inhale, arms reach up. With the exhale, the arms open, reaching towards the back right corner of your mat. Taking a relaxed, subtle twist. Release. Inhale, arms come back up. Exhale, reaching towards the back left corner of your mat. Release. Inhale, coming up onto our knees, arms reaching up towards the sky. And exhale, bring the hands behind your head. Left foot steps forward, taking a modified lunge position. Pushing the hips forward and down towards your mat. Inhale, arms open, reaching towards the front of your mat, and exhale, release. Let's do that once again. Release, reaching forward, and let it go. Inhale, reaching up towards the sky. Release the energy. One more time. Inhale, grabbing your energy, and release the hands down towards the mat. Stepping back into plank position, Chaturanga Dandasana to the floor, extending the elbows, upward facing dog. Exhale, begin to move through tabletop into your child's pose position, resting the forehead on the mat. Begin to slowly roll up. Inhale, coming back up onto the knees. Reaching up towards the sky. Exhale, hands come behind your head. Stepping forward with the right foot. Taking our lunge position. Pushing the hips down and forward. Release the hands. Inhale, reach forward. Release. Reaching forward. Release. Once more, reaching forward, gathering all of your energy. Release, reaching up towards the sky and down. Inhale up. Exhale, hands come towards the ground, stepping back into your plank position. Chaturanga Dandasana. Elbows extend, upward facing dog. Taking a nice deep inhale. Opening the shoulders, looking up to the sky. Then exhale, tucking the toes under and pushing back into your downward facing dog. Begin to slowly walk it out, bending each knee. Breathing into this position, releasing any tension in the face, shaking your head yes or no. Then begin to find stillness. Straighten your legs as much as possible. Once you feel grounded, pick up the left hand and reach for the outer right ankle. Bringing ourselves into a nice subtle twist. Let go of the right ankle, bringing the left hand back towards the mat, then switching right hand to left outer ankle. Reversing our twist, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Letting go of the left ankle. Picking up the left foot and stepping forward as you transfer your weight onto that left front foot. The arms swing to reach up towards the sky. Crescent lunge. Slowly begin to push the hips forward and down towards your mat, creating a deeper stretch in your hip flexor and psoas muscle. Now opening the hips, placing the right foot flat on the mat, Warrior 2 position. The left elbow comes onto left knee, right arm reaches up and to the side, creating a beautiful extended straight line with the right arm and right leg. Bending the knee deeper on the left side. Extend the left leg, left arm comes down to your mat. Looking up towards the sky with that right extended hand. Or if you find it easier, bring your gaze towards the ground. Find your balance. Just breathe. Looking down towards your mat, bring the right arm to meet the left. Slight bend to the left knee, stepping the right leg forward into your ragdoll position, forward fold. Grab your elbows, then gently begin to sway from side to side. Keeping a slight bend in your knees. Finding stillness, grab your ankles and try to pull yourself in as close as possible with a flat back. Don't push it, don't force anything. You are exactly where you need to be. Letting go of the ankles, begin to slowly roll up. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, dive forward. Forward fold. Jump, step, or hop back into plank. Chaturanga Dandasana, hips, chest, chin. Then upward facing dog. Release the shoulders. Feel the sun beating down on your face. Tuck your toes. Pushing back with an exhale into downward facing dog. Once again, walking out the hamstrings. Find stillness when you're ready. How does your downward dog feel? Have your hamstrings loosened up since the beginning of the class? Take a moment to do a quick body scan. Nice deep inhale and exhale, picking up the right foot, stepping forward. The arms swing forward to reach up as you transition your weight onto that right foot. Crescent lunge. The back leg is straight and beautifully extended. Letting the hips release down towards the mat. Bringing your mind back to your breath. Opening up the hips slowly, keeping the weight on the right foot, placing the left foot flat on the ground. Right elbow bends to meet the right knee, and left arm reaches up and over to the side. Now creating that line along the left side body as we come into this extended side ankle pose. Deepening your lunge with every exhale. You're doing a beautiful job. Take a nice deep inhale. Then on your exhale, begin to extend that right front leg. Right hand meets the mat. Bring your gaze upwards or down, however you need to hold your balance. Triangle position. This is your time on the mat. Let go of anything that is holding you back. Right arm circles forward to meet the left on the mat. Slight bend to the right knee. And step up to meet the left foot to right at the top of your mat. Coming into your forward fold. And begin to walk out each leg, giving those hamstrings some love. Grabbing the ankles and pulling yourself forward. Slight bend to the knees and begin to slowly roll up. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, dive forward. Forward fold. Jump, hop, or step back into plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Extending the elbows and pushing up into upward facing dog. Inhale through the nose, then exhale, pushing through tabletop position into your child's pose. Hands are flat on the mat, feeling a nice gentle stretch in the shoulders and the back. On your next inhale, begin to bend the elbows, tuck the toes, and push yourself forward into an upward facing dog. Tucking the toes once more, exhale, downward facing dog. Coming up onto the tippy toes, rolling forward through plank, allowing the hips to drop back onto the mat, upward facing dog. Exhale, pushing back into child's pose. Let's do this a few more times. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, up onto the tippy toes, rolling forward, hips drop to the mat, upward facing dog. Exhale, child's pose. Again, inhale, pushing through onto the elbows, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, tippy toes, rolling through plank, allowing the hips to drop, upward facing dog. Exhale, child's pose. Allow yourself to feel the grounding energy from Mother Earth as you lay here in child's pose. You may bring the hands back onto your lower back and give yourself a nice gentle massage here. Bringing the hands back to the mat if you chose self-massage, and coming back up into tabletop position. Into some cat-cows. Inhale, release the belly, looking up towards the sky. Exhale, concaving the back, drawing the navel into the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, looking up. Exhale, curling forward. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, belly drops, tuck the toes. Exhale, pushing into downward facing dog. Inhale, picking up the left foot, stepping forward into a lunge between your hands. Allow your right knee to touch the mat, then drop the right glute, twisting your body over onto that side. Extending your right arm towards your left extended leg, and then pushing up out of the hips, reaching the right arm towards the left side. Holding this modified side plank. Now slowly drop the hips back towards your mat. Exhale. Inhale, pushing right back up into that side plank. Engaging the core for support. Holding it there. Release the right glute back down to your mat. With a nice exhale, inhale, reaching back up. Engaging the core. Holding yourself there. Now, if you are able to, pick up the left foot from the ground to meet your right foot, side plank position. Take the left foot into a retire, a bent knee pose up to your right knee. Now allow the left foot to fall back to the right side of your mat. Wild thing pose. Pushing up and out of that right shoulder socket, imagining your hips are tied up to a string that keeps pulling you upwards. Now picking the left foot back up off the ground into a retire, flipping over into plank position. Exhale, pushing back into downward facing dog. Taking this moment to recapture your breath. On your next inhale, pick up the right foot, stepping forward in between your hands. Allow the left knee and left glute to fall towards the mat, taking a nice twist. Right arm reaches towards the extended left leg. And begin to push up out of that right knee. Right arm reaches up and over towards the front wall. Hips are pressed up. Core is engaged. Now release with an exhale. Inhale, pushing back up. Breathing into your right side body, expanding the ribs. Release with an exhale. Inhale, pushing up out of that right knee, picking the right foot up to meet the left, side plank position. Right up into retire to meet the left knee, then placing it behind yourself onto the ground, wild thing pose. Don't let the hips drop. Continue to pushing them up towards the sky. Remember to keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. You're almost there. Picking the right foot back up off the ground into retire, flipping over into plank position and pushing back into downward facing dog. Going back to the top of our sequence, inhale, picking up the left foot, stepping forward to the top of your mat, transitioning your weight and swinging the arms up. Crescent lunge position. Pushing the hips down and forward towards your mat, keeping the back leg straight. Arms are up, shoulders are wide. Opening the hips up to the side, Left knee stays bent. Warrior Two position. Taking the left elbow to the left knee, extending the right arm over top with a right extended leg. Side angle position. Breathing in positive energy, letting go of what no longer serves you. Inhale, begin to extend the left leg, bringing the left hand down onto your mat and bringing your gaze up towards that extended right hand. Triangle pose. A great stretch for the hamstrings and hip flexor. Bringing the right arm down towards the mat, slight bend to the left knee, then stepping forward to meet the feet back at the top of the mat. Allow your body to hang loose. Grab your elbows once more, taking your ragdoll and swaying from side to side. Let your body lead you through this next half of the exercise. As you've already done them, it's easier to let the mind go into more of a meditative state. Grab the ankles, pull yourself as far as you can in towards your legs. Then bend the knees and slowly begin to roll the upper body to a standing position. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, dive forward, fold. Jump, step, or hop into plank. Chaturanga Dandasana, upward facing dog. These sun salutations should be becoming second nature like to you. It's so nice to let your body just go with the flow. Now exhale and push back into downward facing dog. Walk out your dog and find stillness. You have more freedom now in that hamstring. Inhale, pick up the right foot. Exhale, step forward and transition the weight over, swinging the arms up towards the sky, keeping the back leg extended. Crescent lunge. Allow the hips to just fall. Don't force it. Keep the shoulders up. You're doing an amazing job. Opening the hips up to the side, keeping the right leg bent. Left foot is planted flat on the floor with an extended leg. Warrior Two. Bringing the right arm onto the right leg and left arm over top, transitioning into extended side angle. Feeling strong. You are powerful. You are a force to be reckoned with. Extending the right leg, bringing the right hand down towards your mat. Looking up towards the sky, triangle pose. Bringing the left arm around towards the mat, slight bend to the right knee, then stepping the feet together at the top of your mat. Forward fold. Lay around with your legs bending each knee, or find stillness and pull yourself in towards your legs. Slight bend to the knee, slowly begin to roll back up into a standing position. Sun salutation, breathing in, reaching up. Exhale, diving forward. Hands plant on the ground. Jumping back into plank. Chaturanga Dandasana, upward facing dog. Take a nice deep inhale. Then with your exhale, begin to push yourself back into child's pose. Let the forehead rest on the mat. Fingers are wide and extended. You are grounded. You are whole. You are safe. Bending the elbows, pushing through into upward facing dog, tucking the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming up onto the tippy toes, allowing the hips to drop, upward dog. Exhale, child's pose. Let's do this once more. Inhale, pushing through, upward facing dog. Exhale, sending the butt back, downward dog. Inhale, coming up onto the toes, hips drop, upward facing dog. Exhale, child's pose. Beautiful work. Once more, inhale, pushing through upward. Exhale, tailbone sends back, downward dog. Inhale, tippy toes, hips drop through plank, upward dog. Exhale, child's pose. Take this time to recapture your breath. Remember that you took this time today to do something good for yourself and for your body. Pushing up through the knees, coming through tabletop position. Inhale, allow the belly to drop, cow. Exhale, curving the spine, cat. Inhale, dropping the belly. Exhale, navel to the spine. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, curling the toes under. Exhale, push yourself back into downward facing dog. Inhale, picking up the left foot, stepping the foot forward in between your hands, lunge position. Drop the right knee, then allow the glute to fall onto the mat, coming into a subtle twist. Inhale, exhale. Now inhale, push up out of that left foot, the bent leg. Arm comes up and around, reaching to the side in this side plank. Exhale, slowly drop the right glute back down. Inhale, pushing up and over. Engaging the core. Try not to hold your breath, keep breathing. Exhale, dropping the glute. Once more, take a nice deep inhale, pushing out of that right leg. Now, slowly begin to pick up the left foot to meet the right, coming into a side plank. Pushing out of the shoulder socket, bringing the left foot up to meet the right knee into a retiree position, then dropping the foot to the back right side of your mat, coming into Wild Thing pose. Keeping the hips up, almost as though a string is pulling them up towards the sky. Come up onto the tippy toes on the left foot, pushing back into retiree. Left foot to right knee, then dropping and flipping over into plank position, pushing back into downward facing dog. Inhale, picking up the right foot, stepping forward in between your two hands, dropping the left glute, the left knee, back to the subtle twist on the opposite side. Inhale, pushing out of that right bent leg, engaging the core, pushing out of that left shoulder socket. Exhale, slowly release, dropping the glute. Inhale, coming back up, arm reaches up and over. Make sure you're still breathing. Exhale, release. Inhale, pushing up. Let your body go with the flow. You're doing an amazing job. Now picking up the right foot to meet the left. Side plank position. Right foot to left knee, retiree, then dropping it to the back left side of your mat, Wild Thing pose. Hips are pushed up, back is slightly arched. We're taking nice deep breaths, engaging our core. Looking back towards your mat, pushing out of the right foot back into retiree, flipping into plank, and pushing back into downward facing dog. Pushing the ankles down as far as they can go towards the mat. This is your last downward dog of the day. You've done an amazing job so far. Looking up towards the front of your mat, hop, step, or jump the feet to meet your hands. Forward fold. Slowly begin to roll up. Inhale, bringing the arms up and slowly coming up onto your tippy toes, engaging the core. Try to hold this for as long as you can. And then on your next exhale, bring the arms forward and slowly, without dropping the feet, bend the knees until you are sitting on top of your ankles. You're still on your tippy toes, engaging every little muscle in your body to hold this position. You're doing an amazing job. Now drop the hands and fall back into a seated position on your mat. Square out your hips. Inhale, reach up. Flex your feet and holding your breath at the top. Exhale, reach forward, bending from the hips, trying to keep a straight back. Folded staff position. Take one last deep inhale. Exhale, slowly roll up, bending the legs in front of you and coming into a tabletop position, then pushing back into your final child's pose. resting the head. With each exhale, your hips fall deeper towards your ankles. Thank yourself and your body for letting go on your mat today, so that you can go throughout the rest of your day feeling refreshed, positive, and rejuvenated. Thank you for joining me in this beautiful Vinyasa flow. I send you love and light. Namaste.